everybody. I'm in Yucca Valley, or Yucca Valley, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's a desert. There's all kinds of highly defensive plants around here. The weather is amazing. It's actually deserts aren't just supposed to be hot or supposed to be cold, but they tend to have more extremes temperature-wise as far as I know. Yucca Valley, Joshua Tree. I'm kind of near the bottom end of California. I could hop on over to Mexico if I wanted to. To a retreat. It's a 5-day retreat at Joshua Tree Resort, which is just about a mile from here. So I'm really excited about that. It's a holotropic breathwork retreat. It's only natural that I'm doing this after all of my other previous videos. I was a bit hesitant to try it, but my sister kind of persuaded me that I was gonna go, so thanks Julianne for that. It was also iffy as to whether or not I would be able to go because of sickness. I was sick since last Friday. I just barely kind of got over the worst of it a couple days ago, and now I'm pretty good overall. So I'm gonna hopefully upload videos on a day-to-day basis, let you guys know what it's like, and maybe I'll get some videos with a few of the participants and possibly directors. Maybe not, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. This beautiful place. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Up, going on my vision quest, guys. We're all just given instructions to walk out into the desert. I think I'm this place is just awesome. Probably gonna do some storming pretty soon. We haven't done any breath work yet. We did a little bit of drumming, some getting to know each other type of stuff. Man, this is just beautiful out here though. I kind of want to climb some of these little foothills. They said half an hour. I think I'm like 5 minutes out. That's the retreat place back there. I always forget about the wind. The wind makes the mic sound bad. Yeah, so the guy that gave the instructions, his name is Ben, and he was saying in non-ordinary states of consciousness, the boundaries start dissolving. So your boundaries are starting to dissolve, and the plant life, rocks, mountains. Oh look, there's a fox over there. I don't know if you can see it. I think it's a fox. But yeah, boundaries start dissolving, and you start seeing energy of objects at the edges of them. You can see auras, things like that. My boundaries and the physical world's boundaries are quite delineated for me right now. And I'm not interested in trying to force anything to happen right now. I'm just going with the experience. The natural beauty of this place is just amazing though. Yeah, so this is still day one. we haven't done any breath work yet. We had a really good lunch, and the people here are just open and awesome. So that part alone is great. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot else to say at this point, other than I hope you are all doing well, and I'll see you in the next one, right? Bye-bye. I'll give you one more 360. I don't see any of my group anywhere. Alright guys, bye.
Yeah.
I didn't know they would be that tiny.
Yeah. And it's weird tail movements. How's observation? Yeah.
He's like expanding and contracting.
I think it's like a big one.
It's like you can take pictures of me. I'll just sit here.
I will not move or perform at all.
Stay still. Say cheese. Just toxify a lot when we're ready to have. I'm going to lose steak simply by lack of sleep.
Here goes, Roadrunner. Hey guys, this is post first breathwork session. Don't know if you can see me with the pool behind me or not, but this is more like a spa actually. Anyway, I'm not really sure why I'm recording this because I don't want to talk about the session right now, but I will talk about it later. And this spa looks pretty cool, so maybe you'll enjoy this. I don't know. All right, we'll see you in the next clip. Bye.
All right.
We're live.
Alive. Very alive, actually.
Hey guys, this is Gary. This is Penny or Penelope. She's my partner for breathwork. So she sat for me twice, and I sat for her twice.
And I just came out of it about 10 minutes ago. So
She just came back from her voyage, right?
quite a wonderful voyage, actually.
Yeah. So you want to talk a little bit about how that was?
Well, I don't know if you know anything about breathwork, whoever's listening to this.
There's going to be breathwork in the title, so whoever's coming
okay.
is interested in it.
Well, I'm a long-time yoga practitioner and a Jungian analyst, so dreams and images and myths and all that's very real for me, and I've been working on it my whole life. And so today, it began with a very primal root chakra. Kind of felt like a trip up in the Andes. And so I started seeing the creatures on that trip and the people. And it was actually a pretty happy trip. There was like no murders going on.
You weren't getting burned at the stake?
No, I was not being burned at the stake.
I heard a few stories like that.
I have before, but not today. And that's how it began. And so many things happened, I can't get it straight, but I would say, wow.
That was a hawk, huh?
That was a hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. There were parts that I breathed the whole time, except toward the end when I stopped breathing on purpose.
Yeah, I noticed that that you're, even if you're yelling or if you're dancing or whatever kind of outside motions are happening, I noticed that you're still focused on making sure that you stay breathing,
Right.
which is important because it keeps you in your non-ordinary state.
That's right. And let's see. Sometimes I just I integrate things that are happening in my life. I don't think that was so much true today, but I might think of people. I think it actually started out. Two people who died in my life recently. They've kind of flashed through, and I went to very deep yogic states. You know, by the end of it felt like I was there for days. And,
It's 3 hours, right? 3 hours about that.
about 3 hours.
When the music starts to when it kind of tapers out.
So I kind of follow my breath and I follow the images that are coming up. I'm very affected by the music. And if it's Andean, you know, I'm kind of in the culture, and I see a lot in my mind. I wish I could be more articulate. One thing that happened as I got deeper into the journey is I had a dream 2 days ago, a day ago, where I got really hit on the forehead, and it was like a message about opening or clearing the third eye, and I really experienced a lot of visual experience of the sense of the opening.
Have you ever had that? Have you ever had what you could say approximate to a third eye awakening or that sort of sense?
Not like that. No, this
No?
was really dramatic. And
So this is new for you, that sort of feeling.
yeah, like that. I mean, I had dolphins touch me there, bang. But this was, you know, part of it is that it came from inside my own dream. So I think it was a signal to me that the initiation will be self-induced.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like somebody out there is going to do this for me.
And this was a regular dream, like just from going
Just
to
a
bed
regular dream.
Yeah.
Right. And so when I was in the deep states, and I've done this many times, so I kind of know the journey. I know the territory.
You said you kind of took off with Grof, and when did you say you started these holotropic?
I met Stan in 1972, and I started doing breath work with Australian people who were more involved with dolphins, but it wasn't Grof. I came back to Grof.
Okay.
But I've done a lot of breath work with Stan Grof's people, and they're wonderfully trained, and it's a good community. I felt safe. I think safety's a big piece of it.
Yeah. Have you done breath work very consistently, like once a year, or is it very sporadic?
No, I usually go on 1 to 2 retreats on a weekend. So I probably do maybe 4 breath sessions. 4 retreats a year. And I could do more, but it takes me a long time to integrate what comes up. It's like I'll be working on this for years. Part of what happened in the states where I stopped breathing is that it's about practicing deathlessness.
Deathlessness?
Yeah, in a way, it's like you're not really alive, but you're not really dead. But there's this space in there where psyche opens up, the mind opens up, and it's very beatific, you know. And it's like, I think I was afraid to allow myself to enter those yogic states, but I'm getting more comfortable. I did it a lot today, in the later part of the day.
What do you think that fear is most related to? Is it like a fear of not being able to come back to your body, or
no, fear of I'll die?
Fear of actual physical death, or actual death?
Yeah, but I think I'd pass out first. But it's like trusting a process that you've gotten to know. So
yeah,
and it is part of the message for me is that we seem. Cheers, folks. Hi, guys. we seem to be alive and we seem to die, but I have a very deep sense that it's really deathlessness finally. You know, on this personal plane, personal experience, it feels like death and you lose somebody and that sort.
Yeah.
But in a much bigger way, it feels like it's all part of a very large process, and I feel less afraid of it.
Where death is not an actual, like, it's not an ending of everything type of a thing.
No, it doesn't feel that way, and I think these yogic states are glimpses at transitional spaces. I don't see teachers and stuff like that. And this time, what happened was there was this sense when I would make sounding through a chakra, it would be like going up into the universe.
Oh, you're sending it out?
Well, yeah, it feels like it's going up and everything opens and it's like, we're talking miles.
Yeah.
And these inner states are very hard to describe because they're so personal. I think everybody probably has their own form of it.
Yeah. Words are very inadequate to explain. Even like what happened with me, and it wasn't as deep as wherever you went. Words can't really tell what I'm feeling. I want to make that happen, but it doesn't work very well.
I have a wonderful imagination. I always have, and today there was the sense of becoming a green dragon. And at one point it was sort of like an alligator on a green body, or alligator head, but then it turned into a dragon. And I had this sense of Mesoamerica or Aztec or Mayan, and then I had wings too. It was really great. It's not like anything happened so much, but it was like it's all in there.
Yeah.
And I that's the first time I've sort of been in a green dragon state.
I didn't see you flying.
Well, you missed it. No, I didn't go soaring off somewhere.
A lot of people will do this. You know, they'll start swimming or they'll start rowing their boat or flying or whatever.
Were you rowing a boat yesterday?
No.
You were rowing.
I was just doing something. I don't know what I was doing.
Sure looked like rowing to me.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know, you don't know what's happening on the inside of someone else. You just don't. It's very mysterious.
I never went into like another dimension. Like, I didn't go to a dream dimension where whatever I'm doing there is like mimicked on the outside here. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I was going into a very slight, non-ordinary state. I can't even say it was very slight. It was just like parts of my body were disappearing, especially with the tetany in my hands. My hands were disappearing, but then as somebody was holding either hand on each side and moving with me, there would be feeling coming back, but not in the normal hand sense. It was like, it's almost like if you imagine there's your physical hand, and then there's like a sensory hand that overlays or underlays it. Like that sensory hand can move around while your physical hand is doing nothing somehow. I don't know how it does that, but
I at times felt really a lot of energy built up, and I feel very, very warm. You know, there are times that just tremendous heat and energy, and it's hard to believe people can't see that. You know, it feels that real, but no one can see that.
You feel like you're like red hot or visibly red,
like radiant energy, and no one can see that. But so a lot of it for me is imaginal states, and it's very fluid. It just keeps moving, and I think it's a chance for my brain, my mind, to just have a great deal of fun. It's a very playful state of mind.
Right. If you're able to remove fear from the experience, then you're really free to kind of go into whatever becomes available to you.
I really didn't have a plan today. You know, not at all. And it was like, okay, I'm just going to get on this trail. you know, with the llamas and whatever, and I'm going to just go. And I think it's really wise to start with the root chakra music and the tribal music because it's grounding, and then we sort of go right up the chakras with the different forms of music they use. But at the end, I have to tell you, it felt like, are they ever going to stop?
Yeah.
And because it was like I was in a cosmic kind of visionary place, and it just kept getting better.
Really?
I thought, there's no end to this.
Yeah.
It really had that vast sense of there's one
Timelessness, kind of.
Yeah, it was like cruising in the universe, as if one. I mean, and there's no sense of falling or fear or anything. It was like this spaciousness of the universe. It's really vast.
But we don't experience it so much in regular.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's like being out among the stars. And I never had any sense ever that I was lost or unsafe, or I just felt really safe. Curious about what was happening. And I really didn't feel like I was creating it. I was working with it.
Yeah, right. Something like you have the ability to move your hand, but it's a little bit of a limitation. Like you don't have ultimate freedom to just do anything you want to.
Right.
But you can work with the stuff that's already there. You can push it, pull it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
probably influence colors as well. I mean, I do that just with my eyes closed. If certain thought forms are coming, the whole color scheme will change just because of that.
Yeah. Well, I was telling you over there that one of the most astonishing things was toward the end when I was reaching experiences of this opening of the third eye, and kind of the world, everything receded, the cosmos, everything, and it was like, honestly, it felt like it was like 2 miles up, and I was watching in this vast mandala. It was very complex and geometric, but it was less triangles and more rectangles.
Oh, yeah.
It was interesting, and it was kind of dark because it was in the universe, but it was like this, it just kept
It's growing.
growing. Well,
You're gonna draw it tonight, right?
no, I can't draw that. I can't draw that. But it was different. I mean, I would have expected things like circles or triangles or something, but this
Rectangular?
This was like fractals or something, but only it wasn't that kind of angle. It was more rectangular angles, but it had a fractal sense. So I think that had a lot to do with both sides of my brain working and this sense of some kind of opening going on. I don't know what it meant, but I can tell you it felt wonderful.
Yeah. Well, you have lots of time to integrate.
For the rest of my life.
But you're gonna add more experiences on before you integrate this one, right?
No, I think I'll probably keep working with this for a while. I might go to Taos in the end of the summer. But,
Do you have any words to say to somebody who's interested in breathwork but has never done it?
well, you know, a lot of people start breath work working on kind of personal history stuff, biography. And so they might go through a lot of feelings that they've kept repressed. Or, you know, maybe they've lost somebody and they'll go through sadness. Not everybody starts at the mythic level.
Right.
You know, it's like if you've been doing yoga and meditation for a long time, you might. Or if you're interested in yoga, you might be interested in the symbols and the mythic stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of kind of cultural anthropology that seems to be stirred with the music, the world music. So if you've never done it before, it's an adventure. It's an inner adventure, and you can always stop it. You know, it's very simple to say stop. And for all that cosmic stuff I just said, I always feel like I'm right there in the room.
Yeah.
It's like multiple realities are happening. And that's permitted and it's okay. And
Right.
we have a language for it. Clumsy, but we have a language for it.
So we should probably wrap this up soon. But another aspect that I like about this particular work is what they call inner healer.
Yeah.
That's the main guide for the
Right.
session,
Right.
not paperwork or no doctors telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing. It's the music and it's the breathing and it's you surrendering to whatever experience wants to come up.
And it should be done in a safe place, preferably with someone you trust around. You know, I think all of it works better. And then the integration, you know, the reflection and talking like this.
Right.
And doing some writing and art. And I'll probably take it in. I have a consultant I see, and she's never done anything like this. But, you know, I always talk about my explorations.
Right.
So, well, I feel very grateful to be able to do this. It's really inner freedom. It's really a gift. So, and thank you. You've been a wonderful sitter.
Thank you.
Okay.
So thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next piece. Hey, well, I'm back in Fresno, and I'm done with my retreat, and this is just a little bit of a wrap-up. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about exactly how it was, but I'm just going to give my general feeling about the whole process. It was a very intimate, very amazing experience. I can't really even compare it to anything because I've never experienced anything quite like it. If you're considering holotropic breathwork and you have reservations at all, I would advise to go for it. It's absolutely amazing. It's a healing process for everybody involved. It's a community process. I was instantly close with everybody in that group, and they were from all over the world. They were from London, Australia, Ireland, various different states. There's 20 different participants, and I think only maybe 4 or 5 of us were from California. But the breathwork is very powerful. It's a very established practice with tons of case studies. I know that sounds sterile and dry, but there's a vast body of work that Stan and everybody involved with his breathwork have produced over the years. And yeah, holotropic means moving toward wholeness, and that's the feeling that I got from interacting with those people. It's a chance to, as one person put it in our final sharing circle, our kind of integration meeting. He said this is the one place in the whole world where I can drop all of the masks, every single mask, and just be who I am, what I am, how I am. And that's a freedom. There's a vast freedom in that. So I'm gonna be continuing in this work in whatever capacity I should. I would love to be able to facilitate at some point, and anybody can do that. You just have to put the hours and the work in. Even if I just go back as a breathwork participant, I would like to keep doing that. The work is very wholesome, it's very free, it's very non-dogmatic, it's a very caring process. It's very beautiful. I'm very grateful for that opportunity, and yeah. My artwork is on that video where I panned across the whole wall. Mine was that one where there's a purple center and then a black, and then it's kind of circular, looks like an amoeba almost. There was that one, and then mine was also the one that looks a little bit like a globe, and it has these little, the one that was very full of stuff, like different, like it looks like, well, there was a lot going on in my other one. I don't know if you can figure out which one it was. Excuse me. But yes, it was an amazing experience. I absolutely loved it. There were some scary parts in the breathwork, but it's self-discovery. It's freeing. You're connecting with those people on such a deep level. Superficiality is not involved there. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for anybody who made it through this entire video. To anyone who's just considering holotropic breathwork, it's amazing. It really is. And if you're even looking at this, then you know you were guided here somehow. Go with your gut. You know, go with what feels right for you. It's amazing. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm not sure when that will be, but we'll continue to upload on a fairly regular basis. So take care, everybody. Good night.